channel. So we're going to dip into the Jaclyn Hill palette, and the first shade I'm taking is Silk Cream. I'm going to use this on a R37 and just buff that all over my lid and my crease. This shade is pretty similar to my skin tone, so it's not going to show up as much, but it works as a nice base color. And it also helps to set in the primer that I have on already. Next shade I'm taking is called Pukey. I'm going to use this on a M433 and apply that in the crease as well. And I'm just going back with the R37 and just buffing those two colors in together. Next shade is called Mocha, and I'm taking this on a M514 brush. This is like a small blending brush, and I'm going to put that in the crease as well. So it's just going to deepen up the crease and add some more dimension. And I'm building it a little at a time because this is a pretty dark color. And now I'm taking the M433 and just blending, so I don't have any additional product on this brush. Next shade is called 24/7, and this I'm going to use on a MAC 242. I'm going to stamp this all over my lid and then sweep it over. You can use Fix Plus if you want, but I didn't feel like I needed to. But if you want, you can definitely use some Fix Plus. It'll give you more of like a metallic look. So right on top of that, we're going to take the shade Queen, and I'm just going to apply this using my finger, and I'm going to put it right in the center of my lid. I'm going back with the M514 and just ever so lightly blending that crease out. I'm just adding a little bit more of that gold using that flip side of the MAC 242. Now I'm taking the shade Beam on a E36 and using this to highlight my brow bone. I start off on the highest point of the brow and then just blend downwards. And now I'm using the R37 and just blending everything out. And this right here is a Morphe liquid shadow in the shade Bronze. I'm going to use this right on top of that gold that we placed, just so we get a more metallic look. This really helps to pop out that gold. And then I'm just adding a little bit more Mocha in the inner and outer corner of the eyes and just blending it away with the M514 again. And now I'm just tightlining my eyes with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dark Side liner. This part looks so creepy, I know, but it's necessary. On my lower lash line, I'm going to take this Lancôme pencil. This is a waterproof pencil, and I'm just going to smudge this in my waterline and also along my lower lashes, so it kind of smokes it out a bit. Now I'm taking the shade Diva on a M432 and just stamping that right on top of that turquoise liner. Next I'm going to take the shade Pool Party and use this on a E18 and just smudge that right underneath that darker color. So this just gives you a little bit more dimension, more depth to the colors. For lashes, I'm using Tarte lashes in the style Goddess. So I just place them on my lid with my fingers and then I just adjust them with the tweezers. And same thing on the other side. And I do go back in with a liquid liner just to hide that lash line. Very thin. I barely put any liner on, but just to cover that lash line. Okay, moving on to the face, I'm using the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I'm just going to apply this with my clean fingers and just rub it into the skin. It's going to give you like a nice luminous dewy look to the skin. Next I'm taking the NARS Pro Prime Filter Line Filler, and I'm just going to use this along where I get a little bit more like cakey in my foundation, just to fill those areas in underneath the eyes and around the smile lines. And for foundation today, I'm using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick Foundation. I'm just going to apply it straight from the stick onto my face and then blend it out with a brush? Morphe M439. To conceal, I'm using Tarte Shape Tape as always, and I'm just going to blend it out with a beauty blender. So once I blend it out underneath the eyes, I just take whatever's left over on that beauty blender and just stamp it along the center of my face, wherever I want a little bit of a highlight. So it just evens out the highlights of the skin. And I go back in with this is a Morphe E37 brush, and just blend right in the inner corner where that beauty blender can't reach, and just along the rest of where I applied that concealer. I'm using Kat Von D Shade and Light palette and the shade Lyric, which is that center shade, on a Morphe E48, and just using that to set in all the areas where I applied concealer. And to set the entire face, I'm going to use Laura Mercier translucent powder on a E41 and just rub that all over the skin. So just push it in and then sweep it over. For bronzer, I'm using Hoola Bronzer by Benefit today on a Sigma F50 brush. No, F05 brush. So I'm just going to bronze my cheekbones. Make sure you always blend your bronzer upwards so that you bring your cheekbones up. You never want to blend it downwards because that's going to drag the face down. And then I'm just doing along the edges of my forehead. And then also along my jawline. As well as the chin. And then to do the nose, I switched to a smaller brush. This is a M504 brush. For blush today, I'm using Becca Luminous blush in the shade Tiger Lily, and I'm using this on an E41. So I just smile to get the highest point of my cheekbones, just like the apples of the cheeks. I start the blush there, and then I blend backwards and upwards. Again, so this is just bringing the face up so you don't drag anything downwards. You always want to have a lifted face effect. For highlight, I'm using Heat Wave by Estee Lauder on a Morphe M510 brush. For lips today, I'm using Gerard Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the shade Mercury Rising. This is a fiery, hot, red, orangey shade. You can definitely opt out for a more neutral shade, but I just want to go all out today. And I don't know why the colors always get orangey or reddish whenever I apply lipstick. I think my camera just picks up on the tone of the lips and just uses that and just creates this weird tint. Anyways, moving on. I already filled in my brows and I'm just setting them in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow gel, clear brow gel. And last but not least, I'm using Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I'm just going to spritz that all over my face and voila, we are finished. Thank you for watching, you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe and share, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.